Today we're talking about the reasons that real estate agents do not join eXp Realty. Now, some of the reasons you can probably already guess, but there are some other reasons that have some nuances that warrant a bit of an explanation. And I also wanted to cover this topic because no one's really covering it in depth or in a genuine way, meaning there are some creators out there that have made similar videos, at least by title. However, whenever you get into the video, you find that it's just a pitch fest. You find that they're just trying to pitch you on eXp and they clickbaited you all the way to the bank. But anyway, let's get going. The very first reason that real estate agents do not join eXp Realty is because of the commission split. The split at eXp Realty is 80-20. So that is the split that real estate agents receive from the very beginning until they cap at $16,000. Now, believe it or not, there are plenty of other brokerages out there that do not have this level of a commission split. There are transaction-based brokerages, there are fee-based brokerages that charge far less. So for real estate agents that have a better commission split, it doesn't make sense for them to transfer their license over to eXp Realty unless they factor in some additional items. And several of those items include the revenue streams, the resources, the opportunity, among others. So for real estate agents, from an X's and O's perspective, really don't care about stock or don't care about the revenue share and have no interest in any of that or pursuing any of that, then making the move over to eXp is not something that they would consider all that seriously. Now, in all fairness, I do have a response to the commission split concern that gets posed to me by real estate agents that are having a conversation about eXp Realty. Now, I have a pretty darn good track record of making it make sense via the calculator, but to respect you and to respect what we just talked about at the intro, this is not meant to be a recruitment video, so I'm gonna forego my rebuttal and we're gonna move on to the next point. Now, another big reason that real estate agents do not join eXp Realty is because the lack of a brick and mortar location. There is such an emotional attachment. There's such an emotional pull to the office that it's hard to overcome, and I completely understand it because I was that person. I was that way back when I was in healthcare. In healthcare, you would find me in the office, even though I could do my work from home. You would find me in the office on Saturdays and Sundays. So there's just such a strong pull to the office because it's a different environment. It's a place where you know, hey, I've been trained to work at this office location. When I'm at home, I'm at home. But when I'm at the office, I'm at work. So there's that feeling, there's that perception, there's that, hey, I am here to work, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, work. Now, beyond that, the office can provide a structure for you. Going to the office and doing phone time, going to the office and meeting clients, going to the office and doing X, Y, and Z, that is something that does provide structure for you, and I can see how that emotional appeal to that office is gonna be a hard one to let go of. And while yes, eXp Realty does have a partnership with Regus office locations, there are not enough Reguses to go around. There are some small markets that Regus has not penetrated into. So there you're left with the home office scenario. And that's what a lot of agents just cannot get accustomed to. Again, I completely understand that as well. And as I really thought about this brick and mortar reason, it just became clear to me that this particular reason is not going to be an issue 5 years from now. In 5 years, the world is going to look drastically different. We saw what 2020 did to us, but I suspect that in 5 years, no one's going to cite this particular point as a reason because we're going to be so accustomed to being online. In fact, a lot of the other brokerages had to adapt is a better way of saying it, to the online world. And I suspect that in 5 years, a lot more brokerages are going to either have converted to the online model or a lot of new ones will have begun and have grown online. And another huge reason that real estate agents do not join eXp Realty is because of the perception. This one is hard to overcome because once you get that first impression, it's hard to give anybody, whether that's a company, whether that's a person, a second chance. Now, the perception that I'm talking about is that eXp is an MLM, that eXp is a pyramid scheme, that eXpers, so agents, all they do is recruit and don't sell real estate, that is out there. And honestly, it's being amplified more and more and more as the brokerage grows. These are the types of comments that I heard long before I joined eXp. And these are the types of comments that are going to exist long after. So this is something that is a real thing. That perception is a real thing. There's a lot of misinformation out there. And beyond that, there's just a lot of real estate agents that are being super aggressive, super pushy, and just super misinformed of what eXp Realty is, and are going over and trying to get as many people signed up and get them under their sponsorship to try to make money. That's a fact. Now, the reason that this perception exists is because of the revenue share component. It's the revenue share component that mirrors that of an MLM, a multi-level marketing structure, where individuals that sponsor an agent, they receive a portion of the commission. Now, if that agent goes on to sponsor another agent, then there's another portion of the commission, and so on and so forth, all the way down to 7 levels. Now, here's the thing. Other real estate brokerages operate in a similar fashion. The difference is that real estate agents, whether you're new or experienced, do not get to participate in the income of the brokerage unless they go out and purchase a franchise, to go out and try to recruit some agents, to go out and try to get some override from those agents, to go out and try to make some additional wealth through the work of other real estate agents. So unless you're a franchise owner, you do not get to participate in the same type of income that all other eXp Realty agents can. So let's talk about the pyramid scheme label for a second, because I see it in the comment section. So let's address it. Pyramid schemes are marketing and investment frauds in which an individual is offered a distributorship or franchise to market a particular product. The real profit is earned not by the sale of the product, but by the sale of new distributorships. So if you take that definition at its word and do believe that eXp Realty is a pyramid scheme, then you would have to believe that eXp Realty does not sell real estate. So it would also be hard, if not impossible, to believe that eXp Realty is the #1 independent brokerage in the country, aka it is selling a lot of real estate. Because something that needs to be acknowledged is that the revenue share component is operated out of the actual commission that goes to the brokerage. So it's from that 20%. That's where the revenue share is coming from. So it doesn't matter if you bring in 100 agents, that doesn't matter. If they make 0 sales, then there's 0 money. No person that sponsors another agent gets any money off of fees, gets any money off of them bringing in an agent. That just doesn't happen. So again, eXp Realty is not a pyramid scheme. There's no way for it to be that way, considering the definition and what's actually happening in real life. However, perception is reality. And again, I admit that that's something I thought prior to me joining eXp, or me prior to actually understanding what eXp Realty was about. If you really do want to learn what eXp Realty is and what it is not, then I invite you to check out this video. And my whole goal with this particular video is not to persuade you to join eXp, it's just to show you some observations that I'm seeing. And another reason that real estate agents don't join eXp Realty is because they're comfortable. They make similar splits in the brokers that they're in, including some a little bit more, some a little bit less, but they're comfortable. So they like their broker. There's no reason to change. They're comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with that. And this is where most real estate agents are. Most real estate agents are comfortable. In fact, most real estate agents are thriving in the brokers that they're with and don't want to move anything. They're comfortable in the brokers regardless of the split. They're comfortable where they are regardless of the fees. They're comfortable regardless of the technology, the resources, the opportunity, what have you. And that's okay. Not everybody has to join eXp Realty. We have to remember there is no perfect brokerage out there. If you're thriving where you're at, if you're comfortable where you're at, and you don't believe that eXp Realty can be that ticket to a better future, to a better business for you, then why would you move? That wouldn't make sense.